I'm Jamie Colby, and today I'm in Tucson, Arizona, to meet the family of a man who spent his entire life building beautiful homes, and it led him to amass a collection of what some would say was less than functional furniture, but others insist were works of art.
My name is Diane Bennett. I was married to Edmund Bennett for 30 years. He left us an inheritance that had collectors around the world buzzing.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Jamie.
Diane was Ed's third wife. This is the last of 8 homes they shared until his death in 2013.
This is a history of 33 years of a blended family. Ed's children, my children, Ed and me.
Diane, tell me about Edmund.
Well, he was a very complex man. He was very pragmatic, but a real romantic.
Born in Washington, D.C. in 1920, Bennett serves in both World War II and Korea. By 1953, he's ready for peacetime and takes a job at the State Department. He and his first wife, Wilda, are making their own contribution to the baby boom. He buys 2 lots in Washington with plans to build a home on one and sell the other.
As soon as he would start to build one, someone would offer him enough money that would inspire him to sell it.
So he bought 2 more lots and built 2 more houses, and the same thing happened. Actually was 5 houses before the family got to move into a larger house.
Suddenly, bureaucrat Edmund Bennett has a new career as a real estate developer. In 1962, he lands his first big project, Carteret Springs, Maryland, a 300-acre upscale subdivision.
He was an artist, and he was very aware and wanting to preserve the natural habitat, making each neighborhood unique.
Bennett demands complete control of the project. Buyers are subject to strict rules. No metal fences, no outdoor clotheslines. You don't like it, don't buy the house.
He had a vision always of what he wanted. It was difficult sometimes for him to understand that those in his immediate circle might have their own vision.
What's it like to live with a man like that?
Not calm. When there were differences, we had to learn how to negotiate those differences. And sometimes it was at the top of our lungs.
To furnish his model at Carteret, Bennett wants something that has a wow factor, yet matches his own naturalistic design philosophy. His search leads him to the studio of an idiosyncratic woodworker named George Nakashima.
Nakashima was known for taking naturally felled wood and creating inherently individual works for that specific piece of wood.
Nakashima's story oddly parallels Bennett's. Born in Washington State, he earns an architecture degree from MIT. In 1942, just as Ed Bennett is being inducted into the Army, Nakashima, his wife and young daughter, are among more than 110,000 Japanese Americans forcibly interned in war relocation camps. It's a dismal experience, but he meets a master woodworker who teaches him to craft simple but beautiful furniture using traditional Japanese hand tools. After the war, Nakashima builds a workshop in New Hope, Pennsylvania, where he uses these centuries-old techniques to create modern masterpieces. Every tree, he says, has its destiny.
We're allowing the wood to speak for itself. I am trying to reveal the beauty that is in the wood. And part of that is this beautiful natural edge, which is a real characteristic of Nakashima work.
To better understand this Zen modernism, I turn to Ben McNitt of Tucson, one of legions of contemporary craftsmen deeply influenced by Nakashima.
I'd love to help you make this table.
Well, to get started, what I'd like you to do is take this chisel and then very light little taps.
I can see what it means to give a tree, in Nakashima's words, a second life through this technique.
Look, I'm doing a good job, I think.
You're doing a very good job.